So this ordinance would prohibit local businesses from distributing takeaway plastic bags. It is an initiative that comes out of Environmental Commission this year, and I'll leave it at that. We'll have some commentary once we introduce it. So will somebody move 3119?
Move it.
Second. So Cathy, why don't you make some comments since you were involved in that? I'll make some comments as well.
Okay. This ordinance came out of our Environmental Commission, and what it does is it eliminates the single-use plastic bags, a limited range of them. Not every, there's a long section in the ordinance about all the plastic bags that are not subject to the ban. For example, vegetable bags that are in the produce section, and it's basically focused on plastic bags that are used for carryout, such as you might get in a grocery store. So, and the ordinance is about really the sort of push behind it is let's change our habits. Let's acknowledge how bad plastic bags are for our environment, and let's work to change our habits. So it doesn't actually go into effect until July. There's 6 months to, for us to get ready for it. Our Environmental Commission will be working with our businesses to prepare for it. And we'll also, we have worked with this, there's a coalition of towns that have worked together. It's really great, sharing ideas. There's many examples of sharing language on the ordinance and working together to to enact this region-wide, which is a great thing. So anyway, a great deal of work went into this. There was a lot of drilling down on the details of what is, a lot of it was what is not included in this, what the penalties are. Once it does go into effect, if you forget to bring your plastic bag, you can purchase a paper bag for 10 cents. But we're not encouraging that. The theme, the push will be let's bring reusable bags. And that's where changing habits is really what we're going after.
Very good. Does anybody else have a comment before I open it up?
The comment that the Environmental Commission also worked to survey the businesses themselves, and most of the businesses I believe that would be affected were okay or supportive of this initiative. So I think it's important that we note that we, for this initiative, have been working with the local businesses who would be directly impacted, and it wouldn't be a net negative for them, which I think is a positive thing.
Mm-hmm.
Very good. Any other comments? So my personal view on this is the most important thing to me in this world is clean drinking water. If we can't drink water that's clean, I think the human race is doomed. And there is a rising issue with microplastics in the drinking water itself. And these plastic bags break down, and it's known that they break down into microplastic particulate, and that ends up in our drinking water. So while there's many steps that need to be taken to protect our drinking water, this is the first step of several, but you have to start a journey with a first step, and we are taking that first step here in Morris Township, not to try to inconvenience anybody from having a plastic bag, but in the long term to protect our drinking water. So with that comment, since it is a public hearing, I am going to open it up for public commentary. If anybody has a comment or a question about Ordinance 3119, please come to the microphone. I think we do have one person.
Hello, my name is Alex Ambrose, and I live at 42 Village Drive. So I am also here, I'm not only here as a resident of Morris Township, I'm also here representing my organization, ANJAC, the Association of New Jersey Environmental Commissions. If you're familiar with our Environmental Commission, you're probably familiar with ANJAC. My organization, our main goal is to provide resources for local environmental commissions to make good decisions and to help support their township council or township committee to make good decisions, such as this ordinance. So thankfully, you guys talked a lot about what I was going to talk about, which is great. the importance of moving towards a reusable culture, there are just a few points that I want to emphasize that you guys talked about. So something exciting is that recently New Jersey passed over 100 ordinances, local ordinances, restricting plastic use of some kind. So we have balloons, polystyrene, plastic bags, and plastic straws. So over 100 ordinances, and over 50 municipalities specifically ban plastic bags, which is very exciting. So we are moving forward on that. It's important to have some kind of ban fee hybrid, which you do have in this ordinance, because it is important to move towards a reusable culture. So if we just ban plastic bags, there's going to be an increase in paper. And paper not only uses more natural resources, the cutting down of trees, it still increases waste, and paper is more expensive because you can store less of it. So it ends up costing the store more because there's more demand, and we're already seeing huge back orders for paper bags in some places because they didn't put some kind of fee. So importance of banning paper, so good job on that. Education is very important, so I'm very excited to hear that the Environmental Commission is going to be working on that. One big thing is people love having those signs in the parking lot saying, remember your reusable bags, because I have walked into a store and then immediately walked out multiple times because I did not remember my reusable bag. And there's plenty of funds available through Clean Communities funds, through Sustainable Jersey grants. So if municipalities are interested in handing out even branded bags, there are several grants and funds available because this is a great initiative that a lot of people in New Jersey are working on. And it's very important that we have an ordinance and it's not just a voluntary movement. In Highland Park, they tried a voluntary Simply Education campaign, and they only saw a 15% reduction in plastic bag usage. Once they implemented the ban fee hybrid, they saw an 80% reduction in all bags. So it is important that we do have this ban and not just a voluntary campaign. I'm also working very closely on the state bill. However, there is no guarantee that that's going to happen. So a lot of municipalities are telling us, hey, why should we do this?